Hey guys, welcome to Recap. I'm Izzy and this is Maria. We're best friends and co-founders of the Recreative Agency. We are starting Recap to talk all things entrepreneurship, personal growth, building and scaling a team and business from the ground up. And we're so excited to just share our journey with you.
So much to cover of everything we've been through from start to finish. Well, not finished, we're still in the process, but growing very quickly. So we just want to take you through what it's been like to be us behind the scenes, the clients we have, how we deal with things, all things marketing.
We're definitely gonna let you guys get to know us and what we've accomplished so far, and then we can't wait to introduce some of our clients and have them sitting here with us and really discuss how we've transformed their businesses, but also interviewing really amazing creatives that we've met along the way.
Yeah, and also how we've transformed our business. We have been through so much that we can't wait to just walk you through all of that.
The most interesting part about our relationship is just that we have the most different backgrounds when it comes to how our careers started in marketing. And we never expected when we first became friends that we would ever own a business together. So maybe we should explain how we met first.
Right. Let's take it all the way back to college, because we actually go all the way back there. We met in Indiana University. That's where we both went. We were very close friends, but business was never a conversation.
I don't even think post-grad life was even a conversation. We're just living.
I think 1 month before we graduated, we were like, so what are you doing? What are you doing?
We were like, you know what? Whatever the plan is, it's just going to be Miami.
Yeah.
We knew we wanted to end up in Miami together.
I think that's where we clicked and we were like, okay, we're going to be in each other's life no matter what after college. Because I was like, I'm definitely going to Miami. It's so close to home. And she has home here, so it just made sense. And thank God it did.
I know. No, Miami's definitely our foundation to our friendship, but also our business. I took a job with KPMG after college. I ran all of the LinkedIn campaigns for the US account, and I really, really got a good understanding of what is corporate marketing, what is the corporate world in general, and it set me up for success to understand how a business at that scale operates. I learned about job functions that I didn't even know existed. And it was a really good opportunity to just network and meet a lot of professionals in the marketing space. So that was my foundation right after college.
Yeah, it was so hard to find a marketing job after college. We were in between. COVID had just happened, and a lot of people were laid off, and it was a whole thing. So just graduating at the time was difficult. I think I clicked really well with an influencer, and that's where I was like, okay, I'm gonna take this new path and be an influencer marketing. I did so much that got me involved with different brands and things like that. So I definitely want to say that it was a great place to start, because it showed me both worlds, influencer marketing, but also brand strategy and brand marketing. So I handled a lot of collaborations, and also I was wearing so many hats, and I think that also sparked okay, I can do so much at once. So yeah, that's where it all kind of started with marketing for me.
Yeah, we're on completely different ends of the marketing world from each other, but we're living under the same roof. So we were seeing what we were doing. She knew the ins and outs of my day-to-day at KPMG, and she listened to the projects that I was working on. And then I got to see firsthand the type of things that she was working on.
I mean, picture this, just Izzy and I sitting next to each other in the kitchen, just
both work from home.
Yeah, both working together. What are you up to? Oh, look, I'm doing this. I'm handling this brand collaboration. She was showing me the types of campaigns that she's working on. I'm showing her the collaborations I'm handling, and we're just bouncing ideas off of each other, just sharing knowledge It was great.
So living in Miami, we started getting super wrapped up in the Miami culture, you know, the networking events that were going on. So we went to a seminar at Soho House and we listened to the freelance founders have multiple guests and discuss.
That was amazing.
That was like transformative for us. We listened to numerous business owners tell us their stories and how they went from being a part of freelance founders and how they also leveraged that network to grow their business. That was like, we went home after that and we were like, wow, what are we doing with our careers? Because that was so inspiring. And how do we, you know, keep in touch with these people? And we did. We actually kept in touch with a bunch of people from that specific event, photographers, brands. We got to meet the owner of Crown Affair, which was so amazing.
I mean, Crown Affair was like launching back then, I believe. Like it was in their first like phase, and we kind of saw that. We saw her take Crown Affair from that to like what it is now, which is so inspiring to us.
Yeah. After that was when we had the conversation of like, oh my God, we have so many opportunities in Miami. How do we leverage this to just do something outside of what our day-to-days are? Because having full-time jobs is great and everyone should definitely prioritize that. But we were getting a little hungry for something more. And we wanted to be involved in the Miami community.
Definitely. I will say Miami has so many creatives. Yeah. Like, if you don't know any, it's because you're not getting yourself, like, out there. You're not putting yourself out there because the crowd is huge. And we've just met so many inspiring people that I think because of that, we are where we are now. So, yeah, let's get a little bit into just, you know, once we founded Recca, how did that happen? I would say that after coming back from that event and being so inspired, we kind of just opened our minds to letting anything happen, like taking opportunities, like, you know, just being open to things.
Yeah. We started doing some content creation projects on the side. Maria was in influencer marketing and brand collaborations, so she started taking advantage of that for her own personal growth, and I got to see the projects that she was doing and all the PR that was coming.
The gifts.
She was getting so much PR in the apartment that I was like,
those days.
I was like, oh my God, I have a famous roommate, first of all, and also I want to get in on that.
Thanks.
Yeah. Relax. I was like, I want to get in on that, and also like it just looked fun. Like I was helping her film, and like we were thinking of like designs to overlay on the real deliverables that she was sending in, and we were like, you know what, we're pretty good at doing this together. Let's take on some projects and like for the side money, but also like it was fun and we loved collaborating.
Yeah, and I say everything happens for a reason. Like just about a couple days after, a brand actually reached out. Like this brand wanted a range of services. Like she wanted so many things, and Izzy and I were like, this is it. Like, we must take this. We have to say yes. We got to figure it out, and we just need to nail this.
She was like, love some of your past work. Are you guys a team? What's the dynamic here? I'm not really sure I understand. We were like, yeah, we work together. And she was like, is it an agency? And we were like, yep, we have an agency. And she was like, okay, so you can do X, Y, Z. We were like, yep.
Yes to everything.
Do all of that. And we literally... got that going.
We did it. We sat down. I mean, it was like night after night, just like drafting, you know, what the agency was going to be, the services we were going to offer.
I think we stayed up until 6 a.m. that night just figuring out what the agency name was, because we had to send out a proposal the next day, and like we didn't have an agency name.
But how happy are we that we stayed until 6 a.m.?
I miss those days.
Because I love our name. Our name is everything. Yeah. Like, I'm so happy that we came up with that. I couldn't tell you exactly how we landed there.
I don't know. I don't remember. No.
I will say there is a document with like 1,000 names, and like, oh my God.
It's going in the archive. But the naming of our agency and our first client is a story for another time, so we'll recap that.
We'll come back to that.
We obviously have a lot of work to do to gain your trust as listeners. Why should you listen to us about scaling and growing a business? Why should you listen to us about digital marketing and building an agency from the ground up? But I promise the proof is in the pudding. And wait for 2025 because we have a lot of things planned in addition to the podcast. But I think that as we really tell our story throughout the next couple of episodes, you'll see how we went from point A to where we are right now.
Yeah.
And every single experience that we've had in getting there.
Yeah, and we also definitely want to show you a little bit more about our success stories, like what we've been through, so that if you're someone that's not necessarily going to start their own agency or just you're not in marketing, I think this is all going to be great advice for any entrepreneurial activity or
just a woman in business.
Yes.
I think like the way
a
woman in business. I think that the current state of the work from home situation, anyone's able to do it, and we will absolutely get into balancing,
That's a big one for us, I will say.
Yeah.
It took a lot to learn how to balance, work and like just social life and your personal life. And it takes a lot to get there, but we'll walk you through what we learned throughout our process.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hope that you got a good, well-rounded idea of what we want to talk in this podcast and everything we want to share with you. I think just let's give them a little sneak, into the next episode.
Yeah. Okay. On the next episode, we're going to get into what really happened when we decided to quit our full-time jobs and take this agency life to the next level. Everything from naming the agency to how we actually delivered on some of our first projects, how that went over, and also how we made the insane decision to quit our full-time jobs for this.
We went all in on the agency. I think this next episode might be my favorite one, just because of how traumatic it was. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned to see us cry. Hear our stories about our tears. But seriously, we couldn't have done it without each other, and we're so excited to share this part of
and without you guys. Thanks.